Our next contestant number 7, Treston Tiew. The Skibidi Paradox. Treston Tiew.
Now, a quick show of hands please. How many of you here know about Skibidi Toilet? Now don't worry, for those of you who don't know, I'll do my best to explain it vividly to you later. Now, if we look at the Skibidi Toilet trend, I'm sure that if most of us know about it, it has a lot of its own benefits by helping us to strengthen our bonds with one another. Yet, do we realize that it is just one of the thousands of other trends we have out there online? So, if we've already put in so much time, energy, effort, and maybe even money just to keep up with this Skibidi Toilet trend, I am worried because it may get more and more exhausting for us to keep up with all the million other trends we have out there online. Thus, in my speech today, I will be doing my best to raise awareness about trends to all of you. So, for those of you who do not really know about Skibidi Toilet, look, I'm gonna do this once only. Skibidi Toilet is simply a head sticking out of the toilet bowl, something like this. Now, for those of you who don't know, Skibidi Toilet came to prominence back in the COVID-19 period pandemic. At first, it was a little joke between small children, and before it became bigger, where teens around my age, especially me, started to know about this joke. And finally, it exploded worldwide when adults started using it. Adults were just such as teachers, parents, and even a famous Western Australian senator, Fatima Payman, referenced to this trend in her speech. Thus this, although it has its benefits in helping us to strengthen our bonds with one another, because now we get a common topic to share with one another. However, let's just remember again, Skibidi Toilet is just one of the thousands other trends out there online. So imagine if we've already put in our time, energy, effort, maybe even money to buy the merchandise such as the Legos. How much more of those do we need to keep up with all the million other trends out there online? Trends also do not just affect our social life through the digital world, but affects our face-to-face conversations with our loved ones. Once, I remember my dad gave me $5 to go to the mall near my house to get him a cup of milk tea. So I went to the mall near my house like a good boy, bought him a cup of milk tea, and when I went home and passed it back to him, he looked shocked and looked dead serious to me in my eye and said, "Son, are you cheating me? Why is the change only 50 cents this time? Where is the rest of the money? Does it not cost $1.50 to buy the taping at the kopitiam?" And then, when I heard $1.50, I realized my dad wasn't asking me to go to the chains, the bubble tea chains we drink nowadays. Instead, he was asking me to go to the coffee shop just opposite my house to get him the packet of taping we all know. Now, I'm sure at this point, most of you here may think that my father's a boomer. Me too, I call him a boomer sometimes. However, he is a good model example to me, or should I say, my goat, because he teaches me this very important lesson. He teaches me to have the moral courage to stand up, and instead of following all of those trends out there online blindly, or even just going on to TikTok just to find the latest food review, he teaches me to just go where our personal preference brings us to, or maybe even where our taste buds bring us to. Now, as I end off my speech, I'm sure that most of you here may keep up with all the latest trends out there. Be it the latest football celebration, or even the newest KSI song out there, I'm sure that most of us do our best to keep up with all these trends. However, let me recommend most of you here, if not all of you here, instead of following all the trends out there blindly, why not just go ahead with only those that resonates with you and those that you believe in, instead of just going on to TikTok to find your food. Just go where your taste buds bring you to. And now, instead of looking foolish like how I did with a toilet cap on my head by following all the trends out there with the weight and burden of all these trends out there on us, why not we learn to take it off, put it on the floor, maybe even just kick it away and learn to be ourselves and be original. Thank you.